do we need to do more to let the world know that the CCP, the Chinese Communist Party, is illegitimate government for China? How do we push that information, and how do we push more about new federal state of China?
Well, that's why our network, Real America's Voice News, I do it. My network's called Frontline America. Why we exist is to get the truth out there. In a world of propaganda and lies, fake news media, CNN, MSNBC, New York Times, all of these organizations are sold out, and they have to be called out. And that's why we're here. We exist. And so I'd say the biggest thing is to promote, to send the information, organizations like ours, organizations like yours, the truth out to the people. The biggest thing for people out there is to influence the people that you have influence over. If there are people that that I don't know. There are people that you connect with that I can't connect with, but you can. And so the first thing is influence that sphere around you, and then ask the Lord where to go from there. I mean, we each have a calling in this. You were born with a purpose, and sometimes it's as easy as that first step. I mean, you take that the first one's always the hardest. It's always the scariest. And I always say this, the most important things you will ever do in your life are the things that scare you. And if it scares you, then you're probably supposed to be doing it. And I would say, step into that. You don't have to know the end. You don't have to know what that final picture looks like, but be willing to take that first step, and the rest, it becomes easier and easier, and the doors will open and see where to go next. As Steve Bannon, I'm honored to work with him. Signal, not noise. Action.
Exactly.
Action. We each have a part to play.
Exactly. So last question. We only have a little bit of time to go. So how do we hold those mainstream media accountable for what they've done, for what they have been silenced the truth in the society?
The best thing is to call them out. When you see them out in the street, call them out. Go up to them and call them out for the fake news that they are. Go out and show. All you have to do is look at our reporting and then go look at CNN or MSNBC's reporting and compare it. It's right in front of you. But these guys, they have lived in their bubble for so long. If you're in Atlanta, that's where CNN's headquarters is. If you're there, go out there and protest in front of their buildings. Go out there and confront them and call them out for their lies. They're so comfortable. They live in their ivory towers. They go home behind their protected walls. They say defund the police, but then they're the first one to call the police when they're scared for themselves. They have to be called out for the frauds that they are. And each one of us have a part to play, whether that's sharing and exposing their fraudulent content, or directly, protesting against them. That's why, as long as we have the First Amendment, we got to use it.
Yeah. And for those agents, for those American citizens who are acting on behalf of the CCP, do you think that do you think the American government should investigate on them and root them out and identify who they are?
Absolutely. We have to investigate these organizations and individuals that are aiding and abetting enemies of this nation.
Great. Awesome. Thank you so much for your time. It's wonderful. My pleasure interviewing you. Thank you. You take care.